Hello everybody, Graveless here, taking a brief break from trying to push my way into Jupiter early in the mid-game China run, which isn't really that early. Honestly, it feels a little late, but we got kicked out of it. To instead show you how to push our way into Jupiter as early as we can. A lot of you have been asking for this video, and I figured now is a good time to do it just because I feel like it'll be more fun. So, welcome to How to Jupiter Rush. First question is, what does a Jupiter Rush entail? This means beating the aliens to Jupiter. The aliens normally make it there sometime, depending on your difficulty, between late 2024 and late 2025. So you're aiming to get there at some point in those years. You can definitely do that in Terra Invicta. Crazy, especially compared to how close we are to getting to Mars in real life in those times, but that's the beauty of the game. Now, there's a few things you need in order to do that, and that's why we are in spreadsheet mode right now, and this time I actually did it correctly. So, at the top left, you have all of the text that you need in order to have a successful Jupiter rush. Plus, where is she? Is that actually it? Plus arrival domestic politics, because this is not necessary, but this tech is good for minimizing the RNG you have in an already very RNG-dependent strategy. So, technically speaking, you don't need this, but I feel like you really ought to try and get it if you can. And over down here, we have the totals of each type. This will bias which scientists you're trying to recruit. You can see you really want bonuses to space and social science. Space science, a little more later, in particular, mission to Jupiter is about a little less than half of that total. But you're going to need it all throughout. Space and social. Life is basically useless. Military is basically useless. Materials and energy will save you a little bit. Over here are the mandatory projects for Jupiter rushing, which I did not reorder because I'm silly. And down here is the big question. The main question is, do you go with grid drive or do you go with fission frag for what your strategy is? The honest answer to these is, which one you go for depends on your moon. And when you see your moon, you kind of have to make at least somewhat of a pick for which we're going for. But let me change over to the game right now. So I skipped through the earliest part of the game because the earliest portion of this game is roughly the same as my How to Get into the United States guide, with a lot more safe scumming. You'll notice I have an insane amount of stocked up boost. This is because we cooed Kazakhstan. We had to eventually abandon it because we needed things. Should actually run boost on it. In the United States, we are currently running spoils. This is because we have two very nice orgs that we want to buy as soon as we can. So to go over things, for your council, you are prioritizing these science traits over everything else. You are also prioritizing innovative. This is because one of the unfortunate parts of RNG of a Jupiter Rush is both the grid drive and the fission frag drive are projects with percent chances to unlock. And if you don't get them, your Jupiter Rush is screwed. So you grab innovative to try and minimize the amount of RNG you have and make it more likely to get that. Otherwise, we do normal council things. Right now, I'm trying to save up. I'm going to hire Brent before the end of this month because he is a social scientist, and social scientists are very important for this. There was another save I was trying to use to prepare for this, and I got RNG blessed to such a crazy extent that it's honestly ridiculous, and I refused to make that save happen, use that save in an even remotely serious capacity. So, you'll notice we have the US and we have it on full spoils. The big thing that's going to happen to the US here is, in a normal game, you're going to try and fix the US. Here we're going to ruin her. We're going to spoil her like crazy, and when we're not spoiling, we're running knowledge, because the only thing we need the US for is early game research points. We are going to eventually maybe take the EU, maybe take China. I'm leaving it myself options open. Also, just because this is the type of game it is, we're running on brutal difficulty. The resistance is kind of mid for Jupiter rushing. The Academy is best, except it has one really, really severe RNG component that is absolutely brutal if you get messed up, which is Deep Space Skywatch being researched too early. So beware trying to use the Academy for this strategy for that very reason. And you have nothing good you can do, so I guess go to Panama.
We'll be running this place in no time.
But right now, we are taking control of the global tech tree. We are not researching any projects besides required projects. The majority of what you need to do in a Jupiter Rush is in the global tech tree. And projects can wait. However, we do need to keep control of the global tech tree. And dissuade people from trying to claim it from us. So, U.S., we're doing normal U.S. things. We declare war on Cuba to fix our cohesion and get some more research points. I would be pausing and doing that a fair bit. Alright, we are now later in the month. We have a lot of money. Doop, 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 doop. We're going to first buy this, because this is... As nice as Ryan and Company is, and it is very nice, this is more important because it's 0.5 boost of 2 gears. And actually, I want that on one of my scientists. You're my scientist who is building up to being the advise bot, so... Oop. We are also late enough. Is it time for you to retire? You still have useful things you can do. You have a trade. Yeah, it's time for you to retire. So, counselors will take over soon. I'm dumb. That was a dumb move. I shouldn't have done that.
We got our people in place.
We don't actually want to fix the environment in this run. I'm just doing that because it will vaguely help me while being absolutely useless for most of my enemies.
We failed to take control.
Give me a second. I'm going to reload that dumb. I forgot to one moment. And this is the unfortunate thing. I did not time that properly. I was paying more attention to talking than I was to actually playing the game, and that can really hurt you when you need to be doing such an optimal strategy. Like, one note though, I'm trying to pull off the Jupiter Rush that gets there in 2024 in this tutorial. It's perfectly fine to get there in 2025, and you don't need to play as optimally in order to do that. I've pulled off... to prove a point, I did a Jupiter Rush with Humanity First, which is the faction that has the hardest time doing that, with no nation that had more than 3 CP. I also did Japan and South Korea take us to Jupiter, to just prove that you can do it with any sort of opener once you know what you're doing. The thing is, the more off-meta you get with a Jupiter Rush, the more you need luck to go your way. And making dumb choices like the one I just made is something that you absolutely should reload when it happens. Because it's highly likely you're going to make some sort of mistake in the middle of that, realize it, and have standard saves so you can go back turns. Now, for the United States, the save scumming that will end up happening for this save is I had to re-roll 4 slightly better than coin flips to get the United States. I loaded the wrong one. Loaded the wrong one because I was not paying attention. I really just wasted 20 minutes. No, I had to do the intro. Okay. Getting back to the point. So yeah, getting back to the overall point is you need luck in order to pull this off. Like, there are 3 things, really, that can completely shut you down. The first is Project Unlocks, and that means by 3 things, I mean 7 things. I had a run in a Godseed that was meant to be a Jupiter Rush that wasn't, purely because Solid Core Fission Reactor 2 didn't unlock for 7 months. This means I would have to reload to my previous save that was 5 months prior, or my previous time mark save that was 5 months prior in order to have any chance for the rush to actually go through. And this is one of the reasons why I was delaying making this video, is because it's really not fun to sit there looking at loading screens. I think this is true for basically every game, but unless you have like really godly luck, you're not going to pull off a Jupiter rush without some level of reloading. People have done it. It starts to look more like, or sorry, not reloading, save scumming. People have definitely done it. Is my belief that doing this starts to look much more like the crazy Pokemon speedrun strategies where someone is attempting to, you know, you have 120 resets before you even get out of the lab, and scenarios like that. Which just, I don't wanna. It's as simply as much as I don't wanna. Yeah, sure, grab a point in the DR. Honestly, what most of my counselors are doing right now does not matter.
Bringing them on board.
Standing by.
Need someone to set national policy.
Time to make
Yeah,
our
sure.
move.
Alright, once more without making a terrible, horrible mistake. Boop, boop, ba-doo, boop, boop, ba-doo, ba-doo.
We found nothing of note.
Nothing relevant happens. We have the exact same issue that we did in the other one.
Policy direction complete.
Declare war on Cuba. We now have enough money. This does not cost influence to get, so we're gonna buy it. Alright, and now we are up at 31.
We'll be ready for new orders.
And I lost myself some time, but dismiss and retain orgs, recruiting, recruit Brent. We now have a social scientist, which is fantastic for, you know, the purposes of what we're doing. He's saving up until 40, because that's going to be the most impactful thing he does in the entire run.
We've got our people in place.
Sure. Similar to before, there's no real point in me doing this, except I need to run Control Nation because these guys have no good missions to do anything with. Also, if I really wanted to somewhat do little cheeky things, I would go try and run Control down in Africa. Yeah. Like, I would love to buy this, and I'm going to be saving up for it pretty soon. Right, we have one more week before we actually have to do anything. Can you stabilize the US? Yes, excellent. We don't have any ops, but we can do this. The other thing that's going to wind up happening is that we're going to save scum events. There are certain events that if they occur, they just end the run. And there's nothing we can do about it. So we're not going to allow those to happen.
Bringing them to our side.
Where do you need me?
The big event for this is solar flare.
Hunkering
Like,
down.
if we get a solar flare at the wrong time, as I said, the run is just over, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Going off the grid.
Alright, how's our spoils going? Excellent.
Mom's last year's were
Orbital shipbuilding has been researched. So, as said before, I'm still going to do arrival domestic politics. There was an argument that I should do. Let me swap over to our tech tree again. Oh wait, we need Habs. Habs is going to go straight into mission to Mars. That's the one. So yeah, this can go arrival domestic politics. Should be fine. We do want that eventually. We don't need it right now, so we're not going
Our
to.
efforts didn't have any
Mostly because this does not unlock anything important when we have it. Let's see here. You are my persuasion person and also boosts our social science. We're going to drop down to 1 and run pure knowledge. I see humanity first is starting to be a problem. So, why are we running knowledge? This is because knowledge pushes our cohesion towards 5. We want our cohesion to be 5, and this helps us somewhat fix our cohesion problems in the US temporarily. As we get more educated, people get even more mad about all this inequality. Rude. Whatever.
We've gained significant support.
Does the other one also trigger?
We're
We're going to want that
taking
eventually. So, environment, nothing. Policy is abandoned. Honestly, I should probably just do ENV. I should swap that off of resist. We are running environment, nothing else, because it helps us a little bit and does not help the AI in any way. All these lights around us are enemies because we're unbrutal. Like, there are ways that we could have a vague semblance of peace for a little while with humanity first. This is both
At your service.
unlikely to work and also going to be expensive. So as I said before, for the EU, we are going to...
Ready.
I usually like going for China,
Orders?
but right now my public campaign chance in China is far too low.
Standing by for orders.
She is our highest scientist right now, so she's just going to advise the US.
Cancel.
Where to?
Can you take anything over? Nope. Grind your skills up. We hate the Protectorate. Let's grab Egypt and have
Establishing
Egypt
our
run
presence.
economy.
Ready to go.
Not economy, environment. The Middle East. Let's have Iraq
Taking control.
do that too.
At your service.
Is this all that useful? Nuh-uh. That one we might need. That we never need. Just pausing to check. Okay, good, good, good. There are also ways to, like, feather what you're doing in
on 2 types.
the tech tree in order to get the AI to, you know, slightly more frequently do things. Alright, that one we need to actually get started on early, so we're starting it now. Cool.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Back up to a good amount of money, so we're going back to pure economy. So, let's see here. Just double checking the spreadsheet for a sec. What we eventually need to do is this, which requires nuclear fission in space. This is an important one to get reasonably early on, but space mining and refining is more important. This has mass drivers. Mass drivers requires advanced electromagnetism. We go advanced electromagnetism next. Someday we will have that.
We still lack support.
Whatever. You got some XP for it. And, alright, I should make the US go to peace as soon as I have a chance. Because we are down to 4.1.
Take control.
Oh, and we got new works. Boost production. Solid. Solid. We want more. Ooh, hello, excellent luck. Alright. This is going straight into our advisor. We're also going to buy this. Do I want that? Oh, he has 7. He does not currently have public campaign. It would be useful for him to have public campaign. However, let us go check recruits again. No, no. Maybe. No, no. No. No, no. No, and no. Okay, I don't think any of these people are worth it.
Where to?
So we're just gonna continue.
I will tell our story. Where to?
I should just put her on permanent
Ready for
advise,
my
but
mission.
that's slightly risky. Let's see here. Continue trying to grab Egypt because it has a reasonable
Taking control.
population and a lot of economy.
Standing by for orders.
At some point,
Ready to
I'm going
go.
to go for doubles. Let us... Oh, wait. Actually, I need
Time
to
to make our move.
peace out and declare a
I'm
second
here.
war.
On
So
my
we're gonna
way
do
to
that.
the capital.
Lending my expertise.
We're just going to put her there semi-permanently right now. That's not the one we want. Slow that down because high thrust probes
You really
is
feel
another
lots
one
of
of those. If you don't get it and then your moon is bad, you are kind of screwed. Things.
Mission complete.
Alright, so first we're going to seek peace in the Cuba-American War. Good.
Policy direction.
Now we're declaring war on Sudan. Excellent. We're up to 5.2. Money is
Our supporters
tracking
are in
upwards. We need to re-abandon Egypt. It's also not what I wanted to see. And Kazakhstan is under attack. We knew it would be coming under attack at some point. We care so much more about never having the United States under attack.
I'm here.
You're Sec 2. I'm going to go to
Going
ground
silent.
just to be safe.
I'm here. Going and
We're also eagerly awaiting the time when I can delete 5 of the US's armies. Because again, we're ruining her.
ready for my
Just doesn't need armies where it's going.
We'll make our appeal.
That is useful, but still not what I wanted. Probably worth... I've left the spreadsheet up. I apologize. I'm still getting used to this. The honest answer is, not much has happened in game. I'm just going to not put the spreadsheet back up.
Offering support.
Hunkering down.
I have learned that attempting to do the spreadsheet is a trap, and that I should not fall for this trap, because I do not have the self-control to realize that the spreadsheet is up. High thrust probes, there we go. We're going to time high thrust probes such that it should finish right before mission to Mars does. 3, that's July. So this is a solid play for us. As much as we can out of what resources we have. You are good enough to buy. Recruiting, I've already seen these guys. Quick learner computer scientist. Computer scientist. Give me some astronomers
Reporting
game. What's our China chance? Not good enough. Can't level up. You can level up. Let's do... You are going to go up investigation for now because you have Technocrat. Because he has Technocrat, I'm not going to fire him until I have an actual
We make our
replacement.
appeal.
Reporting in.
Do I want to be safe? Yes.
Securing our control.
Reporting in.
There was no reason to not be safe about that. Could also have her advise... grab some points somewhere.
Putting our people in place.
At your service.
I will
And we
help.
have an ops income now, so we can finally
Securing
investigate
our
other
interests.
alien things that are going on. There we go. That we are absolutely going to get researched because it will be useful.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Outpost core done. Let us unshow obsolete. Get started on interplanetary chemical rockets. 29th of June, 24th of June. Okay. It's like magnetism. Where's mass drivers? There's mass drivers. We're going to get that started fast.
We've got our people in place.
All right, we have Egypt. Go in, abandon nation.
Mission abort.
Hey, we're also almost back to our CP cap. Hopefully, we're going to be good to go once Kazakhstan comes off of cooldown, but no guarantees. Yep, these are the same people I just saw.
Making our case.
Standing by for orders.
Thing, no. Is there anything worth grabbing over here for the eventual China play? Not really. You crack down anything fun. Sure.
Cracking down.
Fully the Protectorate.
Your orders.
Let's see here. That is the Academy.
Establish.
It might be worth
Ready
somewhat
for orders.
unpissing them off. For
I will
now.
try to sway the public.
Maybe.
Offering assistance.
Reaching out.
No projects.
Though
Do
our
you have
methods
any
may
orders
differ,
that give
we
me
both
space
wish to
science?
safeguard humanity.
No. Well, I will give you $1 to improve relations. As you can see, cohesion is falling very slowly
Is moving in our
because
direction.
we're gaining a lot per month from just running knowledge. This will get worse,
Is unjustified.
and it will get worse before it gets better. And honestly, one of the things we could do right now is just declare a few more wars, and that will somewhat resolve one of these problems. Planetary warships. Gotta put space tugs up and turn it off. Yep. 17th of June, 12th of June. Alright, we're gonna go take that back. Thank you, Initiative, for giving me back my boost generation. Almost at. We're getting closer to it. We're getting closer to it, but we're not there yet. Activist sometimes has what we want, does not. Tycoon. Is Industrialist again? Nope, never mind. Rebel basically never does. Judge basically never does. And we're back to people I've already seen. Oop. Wrong button.
Ready.
Oh. You also have Crackdown. Let's
Targeting
let's
their
do some
center of
things.
power.
Your orders?
At your service.
If we can run that, that will be muy bueno. That's Egypt. 7 million. Sure,
Bringing
let's
them to our
go
side.
Iraq again because
What's the up?
no reason not to, honestly.
Making our
And
case.
continue public campaigning in France.
Lending my expertise.
We have the start of a good amount in China, so there's a fair bit of me that wants to say what we do is we go for
Public
China
sentiment is
and just
increasingly with us.
We've hit them where it hurts.
take it. Alright, mass drivers goes to space mining and refining. You can also see we're not going to get good bonuses for all these, and the other thing for Jupiter Rush that's especially true on Brutal is you are going to wind up oh well,
Our
buddy.
presence is growing.
Alright, so first off, this we do not want. Alright,
We are
Kyrgyzstan.
in
It'll be
control
fun to do.
now.
Kazakhstan, on the other hand, gets to be another spoils factory.
You'd think a threat this
Initiative
big
has
would-
made choices. They will now lie in those choices. I'm going to... Alright. This line is going to be going up to nuclear fission in space. So let me go find that. Well, solid core fission systems eventually, which is nuclear fission space, which is deep space propulsion concepts. Okay, deep space propulsion is next. I am sad that we have 3 space science up at the same time, but we have a terrible diversity swing anyway, so it doesn't matter. I've already seen them.
Ready for orders.
Okay, let's
I will try to sway the
do
public.
some of that.
Where to?
Oh wait, no, you're my
Where
crack
do you
downer.
need me?
So we're going to come into here. We're going to... Oh, we're going to retake this right now.
On the way to the target
I
site.
think we actually don't need to.
Where do you need
I
me?
think
Ready for orders.
I'm enough over my CP cap that I don't want to be foolish about that. So it's the academy. It's the servants.
Will open and
We can temporarily make them hate us less, I guess. Also going
We
towards
must persuade the people.
taking over France. Want that. That is more important than space tugs. We'll maintain control of our missions. Actually, we want that fast. Deep space propulsion can wait a little bit.
Offering support.
Protecting
third of
our
the line.
interests.
making contact.
You shall not hinder their arrival.
Okay. They're already pissed. Cool. I don't care that much. Knowledge is still maintaining an equal balance here. But you notice that the amount of cohesion we are going down to continues to fall.
We found something.
If I undeclare that war, it's going to fall faster. Oh, excellent, excellent. We got some nice things this time. Where is my persuasion person? There she is. We need that. It's time to swap back over to... Yeah, it's time. So she's going to get... let me just see. What is her home? India. Okay, never mind. Now we can start going for China, which is a fair bit more reliable, and that's why I'm going to go for it. We also want to swap over to running spoils for a bit to buy that admin org.
Ready for my mission. I will tell our story.
Ready to go.
When we get our when we get things up a little bit higher, I'm just going to
Removing our enemies.
I'm going to start just
here.
running
Going into hiding.
save
Ready.
scummed capture China attempts. Still only know what the servants are. Unfortunate.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
I missed that. That's bad. Where did they shoot up all of a sudden? This is the problem on Brutal. I did not pay enough attention, and now we are getting punished for it. Because the servants have managed to take a tech.
Offering cancel.
We're still
Maybe
early enough, they
six.
might pick something fine. Might.
Things are stabilizing.
But it's highly likely we're going to have just a dead thing sitting there for that I'm going to have to research. Luckily, it's still early enough in the tech tree that I don't think it's going to matter that much.
Of course there was an accident.
Of course they did. Of course they did. Deep System Skywatch is completely worthless for us. But we are going to reclaim things, and we have wasted 1,000 RP. Do we have those resources? Because if we do, I want it. So first, we're going to get this. We now no longer have the resources, but we will soon enough. We are going to get this. Should have checked them first. Computer scientist. Alright, yep. Still
Orders?
nothing all that useful sitting here waiting for us. What's my chance of this? Bad. Well, we're going to continue with France right now.
We must
One of these
persuade
countries
them.
we are going to need to take.
Acknowledged.
We can just see the servants. Rude.
We'll be running this place in no time.
Acknowledged.
Sure, also do that, I guess.
Standing by for orders.
Doesn't make that much of a difference to me. Are we currently at war with anyone? No, but everyone knows who you are, man.
Silent.
Offering assistance.
Going off the grid.
Ah, yes, and here's the big thing is, the AI will completely stop contributing to techs that can't win.
The people will come to our side.
So, like, I'm trying to carefully whether they still put anything into this. Awesome, we have institutional outreach. I'm going to put this in, and we are only going for majors. We're not letting you have that protectorate.
We're taking over.
Oh, right.
Prepping for next mission.
Are going to get this, which will be massively helpful in keeping our lead.
Mission cancelled.
So I'm willing to bet they have some sort of a bonus. Oh, no, they do not. Oh, well. Bet failed. She is sufficiently vulnerable that I'm Do I have anyone who can be a criminal? We actually have some very interesting orgs now. Military scientist. Lesai. Alright, so, yep, alright. We have a lot of money. We're going to go back to running knowledge. My advisor needs to take a brief jaunt to Hawaii for recuperation and not getting stabbed. Let's just see here. Worth. Stabilize. He already has defend. I actually want that on someone else. You know what? You can take that. Did you become a criminal? Didn't think so. This will be mildly useful for her to have. And this will also be mildly useful for me to have. I think he is my only potential criminal. Or maybe it's her? Yeah, she's my criminal right now. Pretty sure, yeah.
Reporting in.
Such is life in this game that we play.
Initiating surveillance.
Ready.
Run the advise.
Offering counsel.
Ready to go.
Investigate alien activity,
Ready for my
and, ooh, whoa. I also need to run Unity for a little bit. Something bad happened to my public
I will
support.
Tell our story.
That might have been a lot of martyrs getting killed.
Hunkering down.
I will help them.
Person of interest.
Something unfortunate
surveilled.
just happened there.
How could one so young?
Alright, we got through Deep System Skywatch. The one benefit for this is we can see if the aliens are going to screw us over by virtue of... Actually, let's run Mission to the Moon. Rather, if the aliens are going to screw us over by virtue of going to Jupiter fast. So if we go check the aliens, low Earth orbit, Triton orbit. Okay, they're not doing anything especially mean right now.
We've moved the needle.
Getting more? Okay, yeah, that's enough.
Here's what we found.
Let's see here. Yep. Going down by negative 0.18 per tick now. Yeah, boy. Oh. It's the first. Right. It's not immediately then, but soon after that we're going to start getting changes. I'll have her go to ground.
Silent.
You are going back to your advisement role.
Offering support.
Ready for orders.
Got no chance there. Crackdown, we got no chance. Could purge out of Vietnam, maybe? Nah, I don't have the CP cap to actually keep it. And you go into the EU and
Making our
continue
case.
giving
I
us
can
nice
do this.
things. I like nice things. Let's talk to the initiative,
Initiate contact.
and
New
let's
orders.
talk to Exodus.
Reaching out.
Can I buy any more orgs? No, not really. Alright, cool. Go back to watching the tech tree.
It takes
Alright,
so
mission to
very little
Mars.
for one.
Mission to Mars, we're now going fission in space. So, we have Hythros probes already researched. We are going to probe Mars. 207 days. Yeah. Space tugs will be... Getting there 10% faster matters, especially for our Jupiter defense fleet.
Establishing contact.
It's
All
no
right.
business of ours
See
if you
what
wish
you
to
got,
throw your
buddy.
lives away.
We only care about certain things. That might be one of them. Alright, so we would like to do this. We have nothing to offer him in that regard. We don't care about that. And let's trade away some of these random gears in exchange for what we really need. Assuming he will give it to us. You also accept pure money. Excellent.
Making contact.
Good luck saving the world. Just know that we have other plans.
I would like that a bit. That's one I actively want. Alright, what can I offer Exodus in order to get this? Attack that he's going to get anyway. Money. Alright, he wants all my money for that. That's not worth it. That is worth this. That is worth this, except it's not enough. Let's trade away some more cogs, shall we? Actually, if we're going to go for China. Save that at least a little bit. Alright. In business. Sure.
Wrapping up here.
Yep. It is sometimes worth it to check the moons of Mars, but the big thing about the moons of Mars is they're not going to give us what we really need in terms of resources, so I'm not going to. Also, man, the AI is starting to take... Oh, time for another war. Knew that was coming. And yeah, that's one of the other reasons why you don't want Deep Space Skywatch, is it makes everyone freak out. Which hurts our research output, which hurts everything. Alright.
here.
Let's go check Monique again. She needs this. 18. She needs this. She needs this. So 21. Bonus. So this is not actually all that useful to us, which I might buy it eventually anyway. Sure. Let's get that just because it is useful. We're going to want money again. Politician, no, 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 no. Striver computer scientist, if you also had innovative, you'd be a yes. Yep. Alright, let's see here. We're going to buy some more orgs to trade. That is a nice one. I need criminal, which... Scientist... You have nothing besides... that, really? Oh, yes, senior social scientist. That is massively beneficial. Need to get her up to criminal as fast as I can. I'm also just going to buy a survivor because I want to make sure she doesn't die to a random assassination attempt. Oh, this game. This one we're going to save scum because it's costing us a lot of money.
At your service.
We are also going to double set national policy to declare peace and declare another war.
Heading to the capital.
What's the op?
I'd rather have
On my
you
way
do
to the
that.
capital.
You have 9-4, you have 3-10, and you are advising.
Offering support.
Trillions of dollars just sitting up there. Yet
Alright, mission to the moon is done. Let me go double check the spreadsheet, which I am not going to have overtake everything again. We need to go up to orbital shipbuilding, and then otherwise we are... Other thing to start. You get up to the construction module, which is that's another big one. So, where's orbital shipbuilding? Show and tech tree. One of the annoying ones that we need to get to is let me just go check construction. What's the real name of this? Industrialization. So industrialization of space is a pain. That's coming off the space mining tree. Okay. Going to need advanced carbon manipulation into carbon nanotubes at some point. I should get that started now.
Lending my expertise.
I will help them.
Also, I need to remember to launch my moon probe. This is unlikely to matter, but I will be mad if it does that I delayed a day. A few days.
We cannot just send
Alright, space mining and refining is done. Oh, this is one of the big boys that you want to get done early because it's such a pain. Like, the big problem here, and like, I'm going to do Mission to the Asteroids first, just to get it out of the way, but I'm probably going there next because it's one of the... You need to get it done early, and it has a ton of unlocks just sitting behind it. Also, you'll notice, mining has not been unlocked yet. This is one of those things where,
Direction complete.
depending on what happens, you might just get screwed. Yeah, let's just declare war on Iran. Decline, close, close.
Prepping for next mission.
So we have a lot of money again, so let's go back to knowledge. Run a little bit of money. These won't be vanishing, so that's fine. So right now we're in a position where I'm going to make a safety save, and if mining does not unlock within the next month, I'm going to reload to this safety save. Actually, it might be the end of... We're going to be ending the video soon, but this is the big one for Jupiter Rush, is now we're at the mercy of the RNG of unlocks. Jupiter Rush mining save. Because we need our mining to show up soon. And, I suppose leave a comment about this for do you want to watch the save scum or not? Oh, guess we fixed that. Run funding. I don't think that save scum is going to be very fun to watch, but... So, let's see here. First up, anyone new? Who matters? Not really. Alright. So first off, our advisor, we're going to get her last 3 close to her final admin sets to get her admin closer to being maxed out. Excellent. We're now saving up resources for everyone else. We're going to continue public campaigning in China.
Make our appeal.
Eventually we're going to get it, and in China, we're going to basically be building pure mission control, and nothing but mission control.
Where
I'm
do
just
you
going to
need
put
me?
a few points to Unity so I can stop babysitting that. Protectorate is going to laugh me out of
Investigating
everything
alien
if
site.
I try talking to
Where do you
them. Just go to ground again.
Hunkering down.
And I think, what... There we go. Alright, we're good. We no longer need to do that. We do, however, need to research Outpost Mining Complex. When is my moon base going to get there? 10th of August. Can we get this before the 10th of August? No. Well, we're going to get it as soon as we can. We're going... I think right soon after Luna might be a good point to call it. We don't actually need it immediately because I don't quite have the boost production I want for that. Alright, so let's look at this moon. This moon says we go fission frag. That is because D'Ambert Crater has enough metals to get us to Mars and more than enough fissiles to get us the fission frag drive. So, we are going to found a base there. Man, this moon is almost good enough to run the Jupiter Rush by itself. Like, it's not quite there. Pretty close to being able to... It's enough to run the Rush by itself, not run the Rush and building combat ships afterward. And that's where the problem is. Yeah. Yep. Because, I believe... let me just see here. We're running the solar collector. I need about 40 boost.
Cleaning things up.
This is one where I'm just going to wait a little bit. Oh, hey. A project finished. That's nice. Oh, I can get rid of armies. I have been foolish and have not gotten rid of armies to get the US back some IP. A fair bit of IP. But perhaps more important... Oh. Well, hello there. Solutions to my boost problem. Yoink. So yoink. This is just a solid amount of research to grab. We're not spending that. Yeah, that's useful. 2.1k for more admin. We're going to get... Alright. Yeah, looking good. We're looking better. Should have yoinked her persuasion. You know what? There's no reason not to. It's converting money into research. Converting money into research is the name of the game. Yeah, we're now up to 5.5. We're now up to 5.5, and we're pretty committed to going fission frag. Yeah. It's going to be fun. I'm going to do one more round of things before I forget to do them.
Making our case.
We need to run
I'm
spoils
here.
again.
Time
On.
to make our move.
Where to?
2.
Ready to go.
I completely forgot to do this, but now I won't. We do not need all these armies. And more importantly, we don't want people after us to have all these armies.
Our case remains unheard.
Just imagine I fed.
Alright, advanced carbon manipulation. I'm going to spreadsheet back one more time. So, we're going fission frag. That means we no longer need to go up that. What we really need is to get our luck there with cores. Unspreadsheeting, because I remember it, we are now picking industrialization of space so that we can start getting our unlocks going. Singapore can build boost. I want Singapore building boost. A little bit of mission control.
Mission complete.
We're disbanding on it. So first infantry, gone.
Policy direction complete.
Disband army, second infantry, gone. We're going to leave the US with some armies for a little while. Just a little while, and this is primarily because we don't need that yet, but we would like to get space tugs done before. Double check Mars. January 2024. Yeah, that's fine.
Policy direction complete.
Disband army. This gets the US 3 extra IP. And more importantly, after we abandon it, it's going to be worse in the hands of our enemies because they're going to have to rebuild those armies. Rude. Very, very rude. Maybe. Another nice thing, actually, about disbanding the armies in the US is that the AI thinks of your armies times your military as something that they need to get pissed about. And because the US has fewer armies now, we don't need to worry as much about the AI getting super pissed that we have the US. As much. They're still going to be, like, roughly mad. And, well, you can see where our research is. But I think this is a perfectly good time to end the video. And we're going to come back soon with a bit more of the mid-game China run, but also some more of the explanation for Jupiter Rush. And I need 41.7. We're going to get that in 2 months. Yeah. Feeling good. Feeling good. Let me just resave this over as Jupe Rush Res. I hope this information was helpful to you, all of you. I'm going to give you one more look at the spreadsheet of text that you need and what you want to get before the end. So of the text, mission to Jupiter can come last and should come last. Everything else you want to get much earlier. Oh, sorry, no. Missiles can come last because, realistically speaking, you don't... Did I put missiles in here? No, I did not. Never mind. Ignore me. You want missiles. You need to defend yourself in Jupiter as soon as you get there. But that's it right now. And with that, I bid you all a good night. And hope you have a good weekend. Bye.